From the Terminator to Beauty and the Beast, our next guest has starred opposite some of the world's scariest leading men. Ladies and gentlemen, here she is, one of the stars of Terminator 2, Linda Hamilton. Oh, Linda. You know, it's very nice of you to be here, and great to meet you. I didn't realize you were the Beauty and the Beast woman.
Yeah, just the beauty. The old beauty, I call myself.
How long was that show on the air?
2.5 years.
Now, did you get that program? You know what I'm saying? Because some people, like myself, I only saw it a couple of times, and I just had the vague impression that it was a lovely woman in New York who had some kind of friendship with like some kind of big monkey that lived in the park or something.
I've worked with a lot of big monkeys.
Yeah,
you know,
but now, for everyone like me, there were millions and millions of people who just loved this, who just couldn't get enough of this.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, but
I still don't get it.
Well, no, okay, this is it here, and I had no idea that this was you. Now, this was Ron Perlman, right?
Right.
Yeah. Now, it outlined the story for me again on this.
Oh, God, it's such an old story. She falls in love with him when she can't see him. Obviously, she's injured and bandaged up.
Oh, she's injured. See, now I didn't realize that she was injured.
That's how it begins. So she can't see him, so she falls in love with the being.
Oh, he saves her life.
He saves her life, rescues her, bandages her, which is very important.
Right.
And they have a very empathic relationship. Whenever she's in trouble, he comes and helps her.
Right. Now, and could he fly? I'm just being dopey.
Hey, that's all right. I expect it.
But you got, What? People used to send you odd little items, little...
Yeah, they still do.
What kind of stuff do you get?
You know, it's a very lyrical show, so a lot of people that are very moved by it and sort of in love with the romance of it still send gifts, you know. I have about 199 renditions of that picture by every artist, you know, imaginable.
People draw them, people paint them?
Yeah, draw them, paint them, reverse glass, you know, stitch them, whatever. I could paper a room with all the different renditions I have of that photo.
But you know, it's interesting because television, it just comes and goes. I mean, once it's over, it just heads to the ionosphere.
Yeah, but not this.
Yeah, but it's interesting that something like this would have kind of a meaning to people. Yeah,
it took hold.
Now, let's talk about working with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah. How was that?
Fun, both times.
Lots of fun. Yeah, and he's, do you have to get in shape to work with this guy? Do you work out with him?
I did, no, I used his gym a lot, but I just sort of, I worked out on my own before this film.
Right. What do you do in his gym?
Big surprise, show my body. Everything, lift a lot of free weights, presses, you know, shoulder work, legs, you know, kill myself every day. That's what you have to do.
Now, do you have to do this, or is this something you're trying to do to...
It was very much a part of the character. She's turned into a warrior since the last show, and I just had to get out there and do it. Yeah. You want to see?
Yeah. Wow. Very, very nice. And could I show you a little something? This is with steroids. Now you know we were gonna have triplets. We have triplets. We were gonna have triplets.
You got them.
We're gonna have them. We got them. No, they're not here. And we turns out you're one of a set of twins.
Yeah.
You have twin.
I have an identical twin sister.
Yeah. And do you have a lot of twin stories growing up? Tricks you would play, and that kind of stuff?
We did all the stuff that twins can do. Traded boyfriends. You know, people would tell us apart by our jewelry. We would trade it in the bathroom and go back to different dates. Yeah. We would trade classes every once in a while. She tricked me into taking a math test for her once, and they were a chapter ahead of us, so I failed it. And I got my revenge. But this is the kind of thing you hear all the time, and it's pretty innocent, harmless stuff, which I guess is as it should be.
Is she an actress as well?
No,
What's your
she's
sister's
a
name?
nurse. She lives in New Jersey, Leslie Guerin.
A nurse in New Jersey. Well, good for her.
Mother of 3.
Has she ever met your big-time showbiz pals?
Yeah, she came out actually in this movie. There's a part, it's so extraordinary actually. There's a part where there are 2 Sarah Connors. So I suggested to them that they use my sister instead of doing the process work.
Yeah, yeah.
So she came out at Christmas time. A good story there. Arnold, I don't think, had any idea that I had a twin sister. So she arrives. She's waiting out in the parking lot. I must have been on set. She's waiting outside of my trailer and is putting her suitcase down, and Arnold comes out of his room and spots her from behind, goes for the sneak attack, and he comes up behind her and very sort of suggestively and repetitively hugged her from behind, if you understand what I mean. She turns around very sweetly and says, "Hi, I don't think you have any idea that I'm Linda Hamilton's twin sister, Leslie." And he didn't get it. He didn't, still didn't believe it. So he just goes, "Oh, well, it doesn't really matter." And he keeps going. He says, did you leave equipment in my gym? And she says, "No, everything I have is in this suitcase." He says, "Well, where are you going?" She said, "I just told you I came in from New Jersey." And he starts to put it together. He's seeing that something is wrong with his picture.
Yeah.
And everyone that witnessed it said that it was pretty wonderful.
I'd like to explore, if I could, if we had the time, more deeply this repetitive hugging you refer to.
Arnold's going to be on tomorrow night. You talk to him about
We'll
it.
ask Arnold about the old, some Austrian technique. When you're out on ski patrol, the old repetitive hugging. Let's see. Now this thing, it's out now, and it's like a huge hit again, isn't it?
No, it's not out
When is
yet.
it coming out?
July 3rd. It's a huge hit.
I think I must have been thinking of City Slickers. July 3rd,
Yes.
opens all across the country. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you very much for being here. Have a great summer. Linda Hamilton. We'll be right back.